Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the corner. Welcome to your latest Chelsea transfer news. Xavi Simons. Xavi Simons, you're next, as Goldberg would say. Look, this is moving quite fast now. This rumor obviously started a couple of days ago. Well, we were linked with this player for a little while now, to be honest. He's always been in the short list. But now the news that has been culminating over the past few days is moving rapidly. It's spreading like fire, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like this is going to be done very imminently. Xavi Simons, the latest is, we're going to go through all the news, ladies and gentlemen. We're actually going to cover everything about Xavi Simons today. We're not going to really bother about a whole heap of other news that's going on because that probably deserves a separate video on its own. This today needs to have full-on focus because it seems like we're going for this player. Xavi Simons, ladies and gentlemen, has opened up the doors for Chelsea to come and collect him. He wants to start the conversation. Club to club needs to happen now. The player is very keen. The player is happy where Chelsea's trajectory is going. Chelsea's winning trophies, Conference League, world champion. He's like, do you know what? I want to be part of all of that. I really do want to be part of all of that. Now, look, I've said in my previous video, I'm not someone who's watched a lot of Xavi Simons. I've watched a bit, bits and pieces of him in the Champions League, in the Bundesliga a little bit, obviously for Leipzig, and in the international level for Netherlands here and there. I've watched. He's a decent player. Don't get me wrong. I have no qualms about the player. I think he's a decent player. I just don't have enough confidence to come out and say, do you know what? He's going to kill it in the Premier League. Like the way I had for João Pedro, for instance. I was like, do you know what? João Pedro, I've seen enough. I watch Brighton on a regular. I know exactly what I'm going to get with João Pedro. I'm so confident he's going to do well. I don't have that same type of energy for Xavi Simons because I don't watch him on a regular. However, there's a lot of fans that actually watch him on a regular basis. They've been watching him and they're quite ecstatic about it. There are also some parts of the fan base who are worried that, oh man, Bundesliga tax, Leipzig and Kunku, this, that, the other, is it really going to work out for us? So I understand. I understand the worries. I understand the hype. Me personally, from the bits and pieces I've seen, I think there's a good player. But the biggest thing that we need to really talk about here is he actually fits the bill as to what we want to do. Enzo Maresca in this Club World Cup has shown he wants to play a different type of football. He wants to play with the inside forwards. He wants to play with perhaps one of the fullbacks bombing forward, and he wants to play with a far more compact midfield, a little bit more central penetration, but also having the width open, just the way we did PSG. So it's a little bit different. Three at the back on the ball, proper. And it seems like Xavi Simons can fit that bill. One of the inside forwards on that left side, I think he'll be sensational. Not only he can fit the inside forward, he can play out wide. I think he can play up front as well. He can play in central midfield. He can have that free role. Another player of the ilk of, not as high as Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer, we've seen, he's a bit of a madness, but I think Xavi Simons could potentially provide that level of impetus. Now, as I said, I don't have the same confidence as I do with João Pedro, but that's me because I haven't watched enough of Xavi Simons. I still have question marks in regards to, can he work hard off the ball? It's very important. Pedro Neto, have a look. He, for me, is the benchmark. Like, he attacks well, he defends well. Pedro Neto, honestly, can even be a left back at times. He's shown that against PSG. So that is my only thing, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know in the comment section how confident you are. But everything else, in terms of age, in terms of the transfer fee, looks like it'll be somewhere around that 50 to 60 million pounds mark, which is the standard rate that's going around at the moment. And I don't think his wages are going to be that expensive. So from a project point of view, it makes sense. From a young talent point of view, it makes sense. But you guys let me know in the comment section. Now, let's go through everything about Xavi Simons on this video in regards to all the news that has dropped over the past 24 hours. First of all, Fabrizio Romano, Xavi Simons has opened up the doors to Chelsea move after direct contacts with his camp. So we've made direct contacts with his entourage in terms of personal terms agreement. Hopefully we'll see that very, very soon. Now, club to club talks will start from Tuesday as Chelsea-Leipzig will discuss deal conditions. So hopefully from tomorrow we start hearing, what the valuation is, where we're at, what Chelsea wants to do. There's some rumors that perhaps Nkunku might go back to Leipzig and we can do a deal, not necessarily a swap deal. No one really does swap deals these days, but offset it out. Do you know what I mean? You give us Xavi Simons, we'll give you Nkunku. Whatever the difference is, we'll pay for it, right? We'll pay for it. For CFC, deal depends on outgoings. Arsenal remain also keen, but Gyökeres and outgoings priority. Arsenal, calm yourself down. You're not going after Xavi Simons. You've already got yourself Madueke. Thank you for the money. We're going to utilize that to get Xavi Simons now. Yes, we do have to prioritize outgoings now, and it seems like Renato Viga is the next one that is on the way out. Personal terms agreement, he's already said yes to. We don't know what the agreement is, but apparently that shouldn't be a problem. Renato Viga has said yes to Atletico Madrid. We're just now waiting on club-to-club conversations, and hopefully that will then move on, and another outgoing can leave, and we need many others to follow suit very, very soon. The secret scout, Chelsea have brought in consultant agent Ali Barat to assist their recruitment team in the deal for Xavi Simons. That's another positive factor. Ali Barat has dealt with us a lot. He's the agent of Nicholas Jackson. He's the agent of, he is still the agent of Madueke, who's helped us the deal for Madueke to Arsenal. So Ali Barat is someone that is got a good, very, very good relationship with Chelsea, and he's also the agent of Xavi Simons. He's helped on many deals at Chelsea for the owners. They want this done. Understand 2003 born Xavi prefers move to the Premier League. Agreeing terms won't be an issue. Brilliant, brilliant. Talks to begin between Chelsea and Red Bull Leipzig to agree on fee and potential add-ons. I love it. I love it. Why not? Xavi Simons, let's do it. I know there is a little bit of risk factor with Bundesliga. I get that. I understand that. But Xavi Simons is now entering a Chelsea team who are world champions, who got a lot of players that have started to develop and mature, most importantly, mature as individuals. So he's not coming into a team that's undercooked. He's coming to a team that is somewhat cooking at the moment, and he shouldn't feel the need to just explode and deliver from the get-go. There can be a little bit of time of adaptation, slowly get into the feeling, the vibe of the Premier League, understand your teammates, and there's a lot of supporting acts. Do you know what I mean? You've got a lot of quality players in and around you for you to succeed at Chelsea Football Club. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the touchline, did you know Xavi Simons and Florian Wirtz have scored the same amount of Bundesliga goals last season, 10? That's incredible. We're going to go through the stats very, very soon. But Florian Wirtz, as we know, is one of the sensational, one of the superstars of world football at the moment. And Xavi Simons is in that similar type of ilk in terms of scoring goals and assisting. He's got the vision to play, make, and create, but he's also got the vision to score goals. So very, very good player indeed. Xavi Simons is Chelsea's next big target in the market. Xavi Simons is interested in Chelsea's project in the next few days. Talks between clubs on the price tag. Fabrizio Romano on the zone. So look, everyone seems to like our project. And you know what? The project slowly, look, the Premier League needs to start. Champions League, I'm getting that feeling before the World Cup. I'm getting that same feeling for Champions League. So let's see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, I understand why Xavi Simons would be interested in the Chelsea project. It's going in the right direction right now, and so many good players coming through as well. Esteban William to join us. João Pedro is already there. Gittens, we'll see exactly what he can bring for us. And the right type of players that are leaving Chelsea Football Club as well. Chelsea's qualification for the Champions League and Club World Cup success has elevated them in the eyes of players based outside England. And Xavi Simons is thought to be interested in prospect of moving to Chelsea. This is what happens when you start winning trophies. One, fan base is always hyped, and there's a lot of positivity, which is great. Proper conversations can take place. Two, players from outside, they start looking in and they go, you know what, we want to play for that football club. So you start attracting good players. And three, you start building new fans as well. When you start winning trophies, new generations of fans will start looking at Chelsea Football Club and they'll be like, you know what, I want to follow them. They're world champions. I want to start following Chelsea Football Club, the new generation. So that's fantastic. You start building your fan base a lot more. Florian Plettenberg, a German-based journalist who's always got good insight when it comes to players from the Bundesliga. Further talks between Chelsea and Xavi Simons camp are taking place this evening. Chelsea are concretely in and are working on reaching a verbal agreement. So it's multiple sources. It's not just Fabrizio Romano, it's Florian Plettenberg. Many others are talking about this now. Leipzig are ready to sell him. Red Bull want at least 70 million all in, while Chelsea want to pay less. If a move to Chelsea does not work out, other teams are waiting in the wings. Look, I think it will work out. 70 million euros, you're looking at something around, 62, something like that, pounds. I think we should be able to fetch that. Maybe we can get it down a little bit and compromise. Look, there's always room for negotiations. Come on, 100%. And Dutch international as well. One eye will be obviously on the Dutch team. Now, let's have a look at the stats. Red Bull Leipzig joined 2025, got 2 more years left in the contract, expires in 2027. This is why Red Bull Leipzig are looking to get rid of him now, because or else at the end of this season, he can start talking to other clubs potentially for a free move down the track. So Red Bull Leipzig wants to make sure that they make some money out of him. 22 years old, brilliant. Not the tallest player, but it's not like he's supremely short either. 1.79 meters, nearly 6 foot. I believe 6 foot is 1.8. No, so he's not short, but is not extremely tall either. Bundesliga, 25 matches played, 10 goals, 7 assists. In the nothing really in the Champions League, which he needs to definitely improve. But overall, 33 matches, 11 goals, 8 assists, which is pretty good. He plays, as you can see on that right side. Don't worry about that. That Kung Fu Karate guy, man, that looks pretty crazy. On that right side, as you can see, left wing, attacking midfield, second striker, left mid. He's a versatile player. He fits our bill. He definitely fits our bill. There is, I think, a little bit of injury issue, which we need to look out for. Let's have a quick look. Is there an injury issue? Injury history. Let's have a quick look at that. There's a major injury. No, there isn't. There isn't actually. He's actually been quite good besides last season, 24-25 ankle injury, which kept him away for 70 days. Besides that, he's actually been quite all right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts about Xavi Simons. Looks like he's the next player that we are pursuing. We were looking for another attacker. There's many names that's being thrown about. There's Garnacho, there's Morgan Rogers. I don't know whether we're still going to end up getting Garnacho. I'm not sure, because Nicholas Jackson is still being linked with Man United, but we shall see what happens there. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts about everything we spoke about, especially, do you feel that Xavi Simons will fit the Premier League and Chelsea Football Club? Smash up the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Tomorrow, all you can eat Chelsea. Until then, take care. See ya.